that hangs over a road. So we should be thinking about what we have here and not allow them to just be taken down indiscriminately. Safety is one thing, but people sometimes term something safety because it's easy to do, and we end up losing in the process. The other items I wanted to speak about was the planning board, as you know, declared itself lead agency for the proposed gasification plant, and they sent their intention to be lead agency to other agencies. So they give them 30 days to determine if they'd like to be lead agency. There's documents that were circulated, secret documents that were circulated to those agencies as well. And being that the town wants to be lead agency on this, I think it's really important that the town makes an extra effort to make these documents public in any way that you can. They should be up on the website, so people can access them electronically. There should be a set of them, I believe there should be a set of them in the public library, so everybody can make it to town hall before 5 o'clock when the town hall closes. Most people can't. So I'd like to set up a system at the beginning of this process where you're going the extra mile to make these documents accessible to people. I think it's fair to do that. You're going to have some hearings coming up. I do have some concerns that I want to share with you regarding the schedule, at least the schedule as it is set today, where you're going to have the December 11th is going to be the date when the scoping document is going to be finalized and then circulated, and then January 22nd, which is a little more than a month later, you're going to have a public hearing on the scoping document for SECR. I do not feel, and I haven't seen the scoping document, but I do not feel that leaves really sufficient time for the public to review a document. It's a little over 30 days, but most of it's over the holidays, and people are busy with a lot of things. So I just would ask that we look at that schedule and consider giving the public more time. I know you want to move this along. I don't want to be in a position where I'm debating with the town about whether you're pushing this along. I feel we've gone into this, space has been invited into this process, as you know, and we have gone into it with an open mind. We've met with the applicant a number of times over the past 2 years, actually. I am hearing it from other environmental groups, their concerns. I'm trying to maintain an open mind and a neutral attitude. I believe that you're working with a good company that wants to do a good job, but we're not coming out against this. I told them we would give him a fair chance to explain the project. I've asked the applicant to put together some kind of a presentation that explains what this is and what it's not, because many people think it's incineration, but it's not. I don't completely understand the whole thing, but I think it's something we have to do a little bit of public education. And I think to show good faith with the public, it's important to make the documents available, let people have a chance to participate. If you don't, I think you're going to find that people's reaction is going to be they're trying to keep us out, and then all of a sudden they start to draw conclusions that are not true. I've sent a number of emails to people and said, look, first try to understand what this is. Don't come at this as if you're against it right away, because people tend to do that. Oftentimes because they're kept out of the process. But I said, this is an applicant, and the town has said that they're going to keep this process open. So I would like us to do that and demonstrate that we're going to do that by making these documents available and making sure that we give sufficient time for the review, the public review, so that the public can participate in the public process. The one other thing I want to mention is that the Public Service Commission is going to have a meeting in Albany tomorrow, starting at 10:30. And there's a number of items that they're going to be looking at, but two of the important ones, from my point of view, is the United Water surcharge, 60 million surcharge. As you know, United Water wants to pass along the costs that they said they incurred in the preliminary development of the desalination plant, which is shown to be not necessary, and the costs, many of the costs have not been documented. The Public Service Commission has ruled that United Water should turn over invoices that are going to keep us confidential. 38 million of the $60 million in invoices were not even documented with what they did, just hours of how much they made per hour. These were law firms and engineering firms. It's pretty outrageous the way they've racked up a lot of money that they want to pass on to the ratepayers, $60 million worth. And the Public Service Commission ruled that they should turn them over, but United Water has challenged that review and asked that to be appealed. So that's still in review right now. So the Public Service Commission tomorrow will make a determination about whether United Water should get anything for the surcharge of the 60 million or some portion of it. That will be determined tomorrow. The other determination they're going to make tomorrow is the question of need. The Public Service Commission staff has already recommended, with the approval of our Rockland County Health Department, that there is not a need for this desalination plant for at least 6 to 8 years, possibly more if we can do a better job of managing our current water supply. So we don't need to build this thing right away. It gives the county a chance to adopt better water policies. You know, there's a water task force that's been formed. I'm on that task force. Harry Cornell is chairing it. And the effort is to get businesses in the community involved in thinking of ways that we can reduce demand instead of building these plants that are so expensive and having to pay for them in the process, double our water rates. So we're working on it. I think we want to see the Public Service Commission do the right thing tonight and not give United Water any big part of that $60 million surcharge, and certainly substantiate the decision that this desalination plant is not needed and that Rockland County should be looking at more sustainable, better water management policies in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. And just on number 11 tonight, we'll be discussing a public meeting about the, case to get the information out.
And George, I just want to commend you and the work that you've done and Space for everything you've put into this Rockland Water Coalition. This group of folks come very, very close to killing this thing, and it's this would be a very damaging project, not only for our town, but for the whole county. You've done a fantastic job being a voice for everybody here in Stony Point, but also for the county on this issue.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, that's it on public. Any purchase order request?
Make a motion to accept the purchase order that was sent in, just one purchase order for $2,958.
Second.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Order the bills.
Make a motion to accept the bills as submitted.
Second. Okay, there's been a motion and a second to order the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Minutes. There's no minutes of meetings. Supervisor report. I'll just announce a few things that are going on. Next Tuesday, November 18th, right here in this room, the American Red Cross will be putting a free community preparedness presentation. Our emergency operator, Chief Stony, I think he's back there. Chief, are you here? See him over here? Put this together. So we're ready for the next storm or any emergency that arises, and that will be on Tuesday, November 18th, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, right here. And it's, I'll read it a quick thing, that the American Red Cross has partnered with New York State to bring free information sessions to your group, community, or organizations to increase awareness about how to prepare and respond when disaster strikes. Preparedness will help make decisions during an emergency that you can keep your loved ones together, reduce your stress and uncertainty by learning preparedness strategies for you and your household. So anyone who's interested in that, please come out. And again, that is next Tuesday. It's amazing that all this, I'll jump to this one that's next, before the Christmas ones and holiday ones. Last minute shopping, our recreation department dropped the kids off at Row for Thanksgiving crafts Wednesday, November 26th, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Pizza and refreshments will be served, so you can get out early shopping. That's not really early, guys. Breakfast with Santa is, and again, we'll have one meeting before this. December 14th is 9:30 at the Clubhouse at Patriot Hills. You can pick up this flyer right out the back here, I believe, or on the way out, or you can get it on our website at townofstonypoint.org, because I know that goes very fast, so you want to get that in fast. Our holiday lighting ceremony will be on December 1st, which is a Monday, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, right at Kirkbride Hall. We've already started putting our lights up. We didn't light them yet, but we're getting them ready. It's going to be beautiful. Then we're also having a Town of Stony Point Holiday Boutique, Ladies Night Out, Friday, December 5th. And that is at Kirkbride Hall at 6 o'clock as well. There'll be jewelry, pocketbooks, Tupperware, candles, you name it, it's there. And lastly, Town of Stony Point's Drop and Shop. Isn't that right? What did I read for the No. Okay. Town of Stony Point's Drop and Shop, last minute shopping, drop the kids off for pizza, December 18th, last minute before the holidays. I just wanted to make one more mention that finally we had some problems with the restrooms that we were building up here, and on November 21st the asbestos will be removed. Keep our fingers crossed to make sure that happens, so we're moving along there. And also wanted to mention someone who's in the back of the room here today. It's a gentleman who did a project for us. He came into my office some way back, months ago, and wanted to do a project he's a Boy Scout, wanted to do a project in the town and was looking for something to do. And I remember meeting with many seniors. After Storm Sandy, we lost our bocce ball court and our benches, stuff like that down at Clark Park. So we thought it would be a great idea, and Danny stepped up, got his team together, did a great job. I told him I wouldn't embarrass him, but I am, because he's here for something else. But I just wanted Danny to stand up, give a wave, and let's thank him. We do have a few more projects that we have being done through the town with Eagle Scout projects, and we're going to bring everyone in together within the next month or two when the other projects are finished. And lastly, yesterday, we're holding our meeting here today because of yesterday with the holiday of Veterans Day. I wanted to close this meeting in honor of all our veterans at Stony Point here for the great work and providing us with what we have in this world today. So if there's any veterans out here, we thank you. On behalf of the town, we thank you. And today we'll be closing the meeting in your honor. Thank you very much. Okay. Police Department report, Chief.
Good evening, Mr. Supervisor, members of the board. You should have before you the Police Department report for the month of October 2014. Number of calls for service, 745. Number of reported accidents are 30. Number of arrests were 47. Felonies, 32 misdemeanors and 14 violations. Fuel usage is 1,460 gallons. 166 traffic enforcement summonses. We had 7 youth officer-sponsored events. We held 5 North Rockland Youth Academy classes. We conducted 2 lockdown drills at the Stony Point Elementary and Farley School. Conducted a recreation night with the Recreation Department in Kirkbride, and assisted them with also the town Halloween event. We continued our regular checks for schools. In upcoming events, I just wanted to note that December 7th we'll have our 25th anniversary. We started the senior brunch at the Patriot Hills. So December 7th at 11 o'clock at Patriot Hills for our senior citizens. So come on in, enjoy. Child safety seat installations, we've had 4 of those. We ran 1 commercial vehicle enforcement. We ran 5 DWI enforcement details, 176 hours of training, and fees collected $113. It's a report for the month of October. For you, my timesheet.
I'll make the motion to accept Chief's time sheet as submitted.
Okay, there's been a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Chief, thanks.
You should also have in front of you the department overtime report and sick leave reports for the month.
Make a motion to accept both reports as submitted.
Second motion.
Okay, there's both, motion on both. Motion and a second on both reports. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, next I have for you is some funding. It's from Stop WI. It's a reimbursement in the amount of $1,155.42. I ask for permission for the supervisor to sign this agreement. This was for our Halloween enforcement crackdown event. We participated here in Rockland County with the other departments. And this is covered to the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee that we participate in.
Be happy to sign. You need a motion? Just do a motion. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. Lastly, we received correspondence from the Grand Fondo event. It is May 17th, 2015. They start early to get permissions from all the different authorities and communities that they deal with and Palisades Park System. Nothing appears to be changed. Sergeant Hylas handles this. He's met with them. They've gone over last year's event, what worked, what didn't. So pretty much it looks like it's going to stay on track. There won't be any changes from that. They've been a good partner. We've had this event come through. They very promptly pay their bill, oftentimes ahead of time, and there are no issues, so I have no reason to tell you not to approve this to go on. Again, that's May 17th, 2015.
I know we did have this, I spoke to you earlier.
It's actually on.
We had it on our agenda, so we'll get this out of the way now. You want to do a vote on it now?
If that's good for you, you have it as number 10 on your agenda.
Yeah. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second discussion for the Grand Fondo. That is not on Mother's Day, correct?
It's not. It is during police week, even though we keep trying to ask them to move it, but unfortunately they can't seem to make it.
Okay, so there's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. We have item number 3 on the agenda, so I'll come back next up. Thank you.
Chief, if you'd like to say that right now, we can jump right to 3.